Hello everybody and welcome to the action at Castle Combe. As you can see, it's a little bit muggy and misty here for the Fiesta Junior Championship. Here in 2018, the championship is between two men, James Waite and Magnus Cricklewy. Jake Sanson here in the commentary box fighting off the cold and the damp as we get ourselves ready for the action here at the Castle Combe circuit. It's Magnus and James on the front row of the grid, Cricklewy in front of James Waite, then Isaac Smith and Nathaniel Hodgkiss on the second row from Ollie Turner and Josh Steed, then Alfie Glennie, Todd Garner and Abby Locke will round out the field. It's going to be a very interesting battle, this one. Slippery conditions, as you can see. The rain is in the air and starting to drizzle a little bit on the track. Obviously, it's Castle Combe, so there's a packed crowd of the Wiltshire Motorsport Massive in action, wanting to watch all of the Fiesta Junior action, and we wait for the lights to come on at the top of the tower. When they go out, we're racing for the first time here at Castle Combe. Let's go racing. 14 laps of the circuit. Who's going to win, Cricklewy or Waite? There are 7 others who want to take the victory away, of course, but as they race down to the first corner, it looks to me as though James Waite's just going to edge in front. Yes, he does, in front of Cricklewy. To his left, that is the 23 of Isaac Smith trying to move forward, and he's going to try and make the run to second position as they come over Avon Rise up towards Quarry for the first time. As you can see, everybody's got the brakes on as they approach one of the toughest corners in motorsport, Quarry Corner, and up the inside, Cricklewy moves up to second. Steed goes sideways up the inside of Cricklewy and up the inside of both of them. That is Isaac Smith as Cricklewy gets 2 wheels on the grass. Smith through in a second. Is Steed through in a third? He's definitely still to our right as we get into the braking zone for the S's, and Steed is through. So Magnus Cricklewy in 4th position, struggling for possession at the moment, but he's there in the top 4, still with plenty of time to make up. But this is James Waite's opportunity to make a break and cut away at the front of the race. So Waite leading, no problem at all. Smith in 2nd place, 3rd Steed, 4th Cricklewy, 5th position, that looks like Ollie Turner still there in position, and then in 6th that is Nathaniel Hodgkiss with Glennie, Garner and Locke still in possession as Steed is trying to come round the outside of Isaac Smith. He might be able to get a decent podium finish here. He's looking good for 3rd as they come into Bobby's for the first time. Cutting back up towards camp. We're on board with Todd Garner. In front of us, whoops, now who's that that's going wide there? That looks like it could be Alfie Glennie as Abby Locke closes up to come through. We're on board with Todd Garner just watching in pursuit. I'll tell you what, the progress that Abby Locke has been making in terms of her lap times in qualifying, very steady progress. She did a 1:36.4 in the first qualifying session yesterday. It's only 2 seconds off the pace of Alfie Glennie and Todd Garner, which is a lot, much more of a gain than she has made over the course of the season. So Abby Locke once again learning by doing, as they tend to do in the Fiesta Junior Championship, as Hodgkiss gets a run on Ollie Turner and then thinks better of it as they come over Avon Rise. Ollie Turner defending to that inside line. Slippery, Ollie, keep it together. Well, that's his oval racing coming into fruition. Look at that. Managed to catch the car perfectly. Hodgkiss, he's going to get a run on him on the inside line. As Isaac Smith has got Josh Steed to his left, trying to come right round the outside in the chicane. Go on, Josh. Beautiful. That was a nice move there from Josh Steed up into 2nd place. He really kept his foot in there, and that was a beautiful bit of driving. So Josh Steed moving up into 2nd position in front of Isaac Smith. Then Magnus Cricklewy in 4th place. This is a problem for Cricklewy because James Waite, he's starting to stretch out a gap in front. Hodgkiss through into 5th past Ollie Turner. Then it is definitely still Glennie, Locke and Garner having that 7th place battle. On board with Magnus Cricklewy in the Pinnacle Limited car. Into Bobby's. Right, left, plenty of curb on the way in and out actually as you want to correct the car. Back up the power up towards camp. So things looking pretty good for Magnus Cricklewy long term, but obviously he's going to lose some points in the championship to James Waite if he continues to stretch away. And you can just about make out James Waite through the windscreen to the right hand side, starting to stretch away as we go into lap 3. 14 lap race of course here at Castle Combe as they stretch out a gap. But this is a great chance for Waite to get a big lead in the championship hunt. Waite leading, Steed 2nd. Then it is Isaac Smith from Magnus Cricklewy. Nathaniel Hodgkiss in front of Ollie Turner. Here comes Cricklewy trying to go left side of Isaac Smith into Quarry. Now that's brave. He's not going to get the traction. But he manages to slot back in without losing too much time. Isaac Smith very forceful on the inside line there, making sure there's no room to come through. So that's a good run from James Waite to start to stretch out the gap. Magnus Cricklewy there stuck in behind Isaac Smith. Josh Steed extending his gap in 2nd place in the 94. I'll tell you what, the Mutation Motorsport driver doing a grand job here. But the race car consultant's man, Magnus Cricklewy, battling for the championship lead, is still having a mighty bit of an issue here, trying to move his way further forward. The driver's continuing to push a little bit more on. But there is Isaac Smith having a good run here for the Jam Sport team in 3rd place. James Waite is in the lead at the moment as they go through bobbies. This battle for second place. Steed in second, Smith third, Crickleway fourth, Hotchkiss fifth, and Ollie Turner in sixth. They're starting as they usually do in the top six to stretch out from the three novices further back in the pack. But lots of drivers have come through this championship, being a little bit slow in the first year, and then in the second year they really start to hit their form. You've only got to look at a few of the drivers in this season. Josh Steed and Ollie Turner can tell you it's hard to learn in your first year of Fiesta Juniors, but if you persevere and you keep pushing, in the second and third years you will be fighting at the front. So Magnus Crickleway on the tail of Isaac Smith as he tries to charge his way up towards Quarry for a manoeuvre into third position of the braking zone. Definitely at this end of the circuit it's a little bit wetter. Either that or that camera lens has not had a clean for a few laps. No, that's the proof. There's definitely a bit more spots of rain on that part of the camera than we've seen before. As now we've got 3 laps to go, and Ollie Turner is definitely getting on with this, with Nathaniel Hotchkiss behind him. So we're getting a lot more speed out of these guys. So some really exciting duels to come as the drivers continue to busy themselves. Now we're looking back to see where the battle is further back and how that's getting on. Between Alfie Glennie, Abbey Locke, Todd Garner and Magnus Crickleway. It's a long, long wait to drop back to see how they're getting on. They've dropped a long way in this wet weather conditions. Let's see if we get them into view as we look down towards, well, that is Bobby's. Oh, that's Magnus Crickleway. There we go. So he's still motoring around. I hadn't realised, I was so busy looking at my notes that I didn't see that Glennie, Locke, Garner had already gone through, but there was Crickleway we were waiting on, and that's how far back he's dropped. So all sorts of difficulties and pandemonium in this race for Magnus Crickleway. Just to give you an idea, in terms of his lap times, I'm trying to get an idea of to what Crickleway's doing. Well, Crickleway's doing 1 minute 30s, 1 minute 33s and 34s for the majority of the last few laps, when everybody else has been in the 126s, 27s, so he's losing a good 8 seconds a lap or so. And this is turning into an absolute nightmare of a race, really. 2 laps to go, and Ollie Turner definitely getting on with this now as he closes right up underneath Nathaniel Hotchkiss. I'm interested to see what's happening in the Alfie Glennie versus Abbey Locke duel as well. Todd Garner behind that, hoping to pick up a scrap or two. But Alfie Glennie and Abbey Locke contesting a top 6 finish, and for Abbey Locke that would be her first visit to the top 6 if she can get there. So a really exciting battle between these guys at the moment. Hotchkiss versus Turner still dueling together as they race for supremacy. Up to the chicane, right and left. They come up over the switchback and up towards Old Paddock Bend, back on the power. Long sweeper, damp patches though, so they've got to be careful where they place the car. Back on the power, and up through the left-hander. Up towards Tower Corner once again. They'll be so patient in the braking zone for this stage of the race, especially as the track looks to be drying just a little bit. In places, there is a dry line developing, you can see it for yourself. And there you go, Ollie Turner really starting to get into the braking zones a bit deeper than Nathaniel Hotchkiss. I'm noticing that Isaac Smith is closing up on Josh Steed as well, further up the road. And they're both closing up on James Waite. Into the last lap, look, there's Steed and there's Smith. So they are fairly close to James Waite. They seem to have been catching him steadily over the last couple of laps. James Waite looks like he's got enough to hang on for the moment. But it is getting very close between Steed and Smith behind. If there's one mistake from those two on the last lap, it's going to change everything. So they're going to continue on their way around as James Waite powers through. Second position, that is still going to be Josh Steed in front of Isaac Smith. Then Hotchkiss versus Turner. They continue to duel. About half a minute back is the Glennie and Locke. Oh, now hang on, it looks to me as though Abbey Locke is no longer part of that duel. It looks to me as though Abbey Locke is out of the race. I'm not sure what's happened on that last lap. I didn't see it, unfortunately, but Locke appears to have gone. Glennie's come through, and Garner's come through. I can see Magnus Crickleway still circulating, but Abbey Locke is not going round anymore. That's such a shame. She was in the top 6 and looking good. Well, she was fighting for the top 6, I should say. She was in there behind Alfie Glennie and going for her first ever top 6 finish. So she's made massive, massive progress. Look, James Waite's going through. That's Magnus Crickleway up the road. So they've nearly lapped him. That's how miserable Magnus Crickleway's race has gone, but he's not giving up. He's still going round. but he's definitely not going to get the top three because they're coming around the final turn now. James Waite lights the flag. Perfect victory. James Waite gets the win here in the first race at Castle Combe. It's a terrific victory. The fastest lap of the race on the last lap from Isaac Smith as he closes up on second place Josh Steed. Hotchkiss is going to get fourth. Ollie Turner just misses out on a chance of a top four finish in fifth. So let's confirm it. James Waite is your winner from Josh Steed in second. Isaac Smith third from Nathaniel Hotchkiss in fourth. Ollie Turner fifth from Alfie Glennie, Todd Garner, and a very long way back Magnus Cricklewy. Abbey Lock sadly out of the race.
James, a dramatic start where you came in the pits and we weren't sure what's going on. You must have got a bit tense at that stage.
Yeah, we was told to come in the pits by Marshall. I was a bit confused why, but we was then told to go do another green flag lap and start in the original position. I couldn't, because I had to overtake after the wheel stopped. I couldn't really get a good position to start off the line, so had a lot of wheel spin, but luckily Isaac was there. He bumped me. I just got enough to go in front of Magnus, and yeah, I just controlled the pace from there. So
yeah, convincing win. Very well done. Do the same second race.
Yeah, I just want to quickly thank my team, Jamsport, everyone there, and Andy as well. He's not very well, so I just want to shout out to him. So can't thank everybody enough for what they've done.
Josh, well done. Second place. You were gradually clawing your way back. Couldn't quite do it in the time.
Yeah, it was a really close race from the start. I made multiple positions, but I'm so pleased with my what I've done this weekend. Really, yeah.
No, very well done. Is that your best result so far? Or?
No, I have come second twice before at Cadwell Park, but no, this is still a really good result, especially for the team. Yeah, no, great race.
Isaac, well done. Third place. Third place, well done.
Yeah, thank you. It was quite a hard race. Just not quite got it at the end.
You were closing in though, and it looked actually probably the fastest right at the end there.
I got fastest lap. Proud of that, but obviously.
Maybe next race.
Yeah, maybe next race. We'll see what goes.
Well done.
Race 2 grid coming up. Revert to the results from race 1. It's going to be a very interesting battle. Jake Sanson here, again, fighting off the cold and the damp in the commentary box here at the glorious Castle Combe circuit. It's James Waite and Josh Steed from the front row of the grid with Isaac Smith and Nathaniel Hotchkiss in there on row 2. Then it is Ollie Turner and Alfie Glennie with Todd Garner and Magnus Cricklewy trying to fight back from 8th on the grid, with Abbey Lock hoping to get back into that fight for the top 6 after retiring from race 1, but her pace definitely much stronger than we've seen in the previous 4 meetings in the 2018 championship. 3 race weekends to go after this one as well, so James Waite wanting to score as much as possible. Let's race for the second time at Castle Combe. 15 laps of the circuit as we get ourselves underway. Good start from James Waite. Josh Steed's got a good one as well. Is he going to take the lead here? Round the outside, he's going to want to get a good run on James Waite. He's going to stay committed. Cricklewy's already gone past both Hotchkiss and Turner. We're on board with Cricklewy. He's tucked in behind Isaac Smith. Steed is going to be rushed in back to the left side. Cricklewy's going to try and commit to that inside line. James Waite's got Josh Steed to his left, but he's going to hold the lead. Isaac Smith on the inside of Josh Steed as they come through Quarry. They almost bang doors as they come off the turn. Now they do rub doors. On board with Todd Garner. Still a lot of raindrops around, as you can see. Lots of spray going into his camera as we tuck in behind Nathaniel Hotchkiss. This is so Isaac Smith's in second behind James Waite. Then it's Steed, Cricklewy, Turner, Hotchkiss, and this man Todd Garner. So they get back on the power, and that leaves Alfie Glennie to battle with Abbey Lock once again, although Todd Garner's got the best of it, and Abbey Lock is actually in front of Alfie Glennie at the moment, so Lock has made the best start there. Ollie Turner, having already dealt with Nathaniel Hotchkiss, he could have done with that in race 1, but now he's in front. He's going to try and chase after Magnus Cricklewy in the hope that he can get after a race victory. So Cricklewy in behind Josh Steed. Well, Steed is not going to be the kind of person who will make it easy for him. Into camp for the first time. Cricklewy's already starting to make inroads into making the move, but he's not going to get there just yet as they sweep through Camp Corner for the end of the first lap. And it's Waite leading. Smith, Steed, Cricklewy, Turner and Hotchkiss in the top 6. So a good start to proceedings. Already some good racing coming up as they come over the top of the curb. Goodness me, they're bouncing around all over the place over Avon Rise as Cricklewy tries to go very deep into the hairpin, but Steed's already got on the inside of Isaac Smith and he's through into second place. Good move from Steed, and Isaac Smith had to get out of the throttle there because he got 2 wheels on the grass trying to cut back on Steed. Steed moves to cover in the S's, and that's beautiful from Josh Steed. He's got the job done there just as he did in race 1, up to second. Now, the next target is James Waite, and this time, Waite doesn't have as big an advantage as he did in race 1, so Steed may get a chance to close up on Waite. However, the only 2 drivers so far to get victories in Fiesta Junior over the course of the season are these 2, James Waite and Magnus Kricklewey. So, he's going to be hopeful that he can become the 3rd different race winner in 2018 through bobbies. Out of the left-hander, back on the power, and I have to say, Steed is giving James Waite a much bigger run for his money than he's done in previous races, certainly than he did in race 1. He's going to get on the throttle. He won't go for the move into camp, but if he is calm and patient, he'll set himself up for a good run up towards Avon Rise and Quarry. They come over the start-finish line into lap 3, and already Steed looks pretty hungry for this. Through Folly, flat on the throttle, and up towards Avon Rise. You've got to be careful over the bumps here, but Steed is going attack. He's going to try and make the move on James Waite. He goes to the left side. Has he got enough to keep it through? Yes, he does. He spooked James Waite, and Josh Steed takes the lead. Brilliant racing from Josh Steed. He's absolutely come out full guns blazing here. Uppercuts and thrusts, absolutely jabbing at the bit. And Josh Steed is now your leader here at Castle Combe. Now, if he can hang on to this, this is going to be his first ever win in Fiesta Juniors, and that would be an amazing landstone. So through comes Magnus Kricklewey. Through they come again. Up towards Isaac Smith in 3rd position. Smith has seen that Josh Steed can get past James Waite and thought, great, I can do it as well then. Up towards Tower. They coast their way through the right-hand hairpin. 1 wheel in the air and 3 on the deck for all 4 of them as they go through Tower. Up towards Bobby's. Nice sliding as they come through the chicane. You've got to be so careful in these greasy conditions, and it looks to me as though James Waite's still got his white windscreen wipers ablaze, so there's definitely still rain in the air. I noticed that Josh Steed doesn't actually. Josh Steed is going around relatively smoothly out front, but Magnus Kricklewey starting to get into the back of Isaac Smith, and Smith will want to take on James Waite. But Josh Steed will be absolutely beaming from ear to ear while trying to stay focused, as Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hotchkiss are dropping back off the top 4 just a little bit now, and they are warring over 5th position. So Ollie Turner wanting to hang on to it. Careful in the braking zone, Ollie, careful. Oh, nicely saved there. I thought he was going to go top heavy, but he manages to get the car stopped. That's all that jazz car experience from his short oval days, of course. So Ollie Turner running a very good race at the moment as he comes into the S's once again. Through the right, through the left. Relatively straightforward this as he continues to go through. 95. Nathaniel Hotchkiss still swarming all over the back of Ollie Turner as they come up through the gears. Out through the left kink. And this is going to continue to move their way forward. They're going to push on. They come up the top of the hill. Round through Tower and up towards Bobby's. The top 4 remain unchanged. Steed, Waite, Smith, Kricklewey. And this is going to be a big moment for the championship because Josh Steed, a very popular character, he's been in there since the early phase of 2017, about the same sort of time as that man, Ollie Turner, came into the championship. And he and Ollie Turner are very good mates. So I think both of them will be very happy about Josh Steed getting a victory. So there's still 3 laps to go. But James Waite there in 2nd place is really struggling to deal with Josh Steed in the lead of this race. And at the moment, the Bobby's Tyres Red Fiesta in 2nd place is just keeping it nice and neat at the moment. The thing is, his championship rival Magnus Kricklewey is there in 3rd and he's pulling away from him. So in terms of the championship points, Kricklewey finished 8th in the first race with James Waite taking the win. This is not a panic for James at all. He can finish in 2nd place and still be looking hot for the championship fight, because that man in front, Josh Steed, while he's going to take the victory, is not consistently fighting for the Drivers' Championship. So from his point of view, this is absolutely spot on the money for James Waite. 2nd place is still looking good at the moment as he chases down into the braking zone for the chicane. Into the right, into the left, back on the power, and with 2.5 laps to go, this is still looking good for Josh Steed. They come up to that final turn, and the fans will be loving watching Josh Steed take a very popular victory if he can hang on to this in front of James Waite. Only 2 more laps, Josh, keep it going. So this is going to be a very, very popular end to the race for Josh Steed if he can hang on in there. But obviously there's still a lot of attention on this man, James Waite, who's trying to stay with him. They come up over Avon Rise again and up towards Quarry with the spectators. all hoping for a good finish, and they've certainly had a good battle in the early stages. Josh Steed really starting to pressurise James Waite and then going all the way the long way round to make that move around the outside line of the braking zone. And some really good work from Josh Steed as he comes up and over the chicane once more. And out of the S's up towards Old Paddock Bend. Flat on the throttle, you go through there about 85 miles an hour. And then you come up towards Tower. Magnus Cricklewy still in the background there in third position, having dropped Isaac Smith, who's going to get a solid fourth place finish. Ollie Turner looking like he's going to hang on to that fifth place in front of Hotchkiss. And Glennie Garner looks stalemate as well for 7th, 8th and 9th, but all still very even and still very close together, which is great news. The Glennie Garner Lock battle could well be for podiums and outright victories in 2019, so it's good that they keep battling each other because they're going to get used to seeing each other's company. As into the final turn, Josh Steed gets back on the power corner. Back end really wants to jump about as he comes into the last lap here at Castle Combe. He's 1 lap away from victory for the first time in Fiesta Juniors after what's been a very tough battle. Josh Steed's had ups and downs and all sorts of heartache over the last 18 months or so in this championship. He's worked very hard. There's not many drivers on the grid that can put their hand over their heart and say, I've worked as hard as Josh Steed. The Mutation Motorsport man and the entire team behind him, of course, has done absolutely brilliantly since he switched teams this year. He's felt much more comfortable in the car. They've given him the tools to do the job, and he's really settled into his zone. And even in these last couple of laps, you can see he's really starting to drop James Waite back, and he's going to beat him by more than James Waite beat him in race 1 at this rate. So Josh Steed, fastest lap of the race at 1:20.0. That's not going to get beaten, I don't think, in this last lap because the drizzle's come back a little bit. But Josh Steed can enjoy and savour this moment. He's just got 3 corners to get this right now. He's perfect through bobbies, no problem at all. Right and left and back on the power, an only cap corner to go. He's not going to bottle this. Josh Steed has been waiting for this moment for so long, as has all of us here in the Fiesta Junior Championship and the Mutation Motorsport team likewise. Into cap for the last time and across the line. Josh Steed is going to get the win. Brilliant. Josh Steed wins, and that's what it means to him. He is absolutely jubilant. Fantastic from Josh Steed. 2nd for James Waite, 3rd for Magnus Cricklewy, 4th will be Isaac Smith in front of Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hotchkiss. But it's going to be a massive party down in Mutation Motorsports Paddock Bay later on tonight as Josh Steed is going to celebrate the euphoria and glory of winning his first Fiesta Junior race. 2nd Waite from Cricklewy with Smith, Turner, Hotchkiss in the top 6. Glennie, Garner and Locke together for 7th, but congratulations to Josh Steed. What a race. In the championship, Waite still leads the way. Josh Steed in 2nd place now in front of Magnus Cricklewy as a result of that victory. Turner in 4th from Smith, Garner and Hotchkiss, with Glennie in front of Locke.
Josh, your first race win in cars. Fantastic achievement, and took the lead at Quarry as well. Brilliant drive.
Well, yeah, not sure how I done it, but I've done it, and I just can't thank my team enough. Mutation Motorsport, they've done so much for me this weekend, and I just can't thank them enough for everything they've done. I also want to thank my sponsors, CIDT and VPass.
James, 2nd place, couldn't quite hold on this time, but nonetheless a good result.
Yeah, it wasn't quite where I wanted to be, but I saw him behind me. I knew he was a little bit quicker, so sort of give him more room. I'd follow him, see what he was doing different, but yeah, he had a lot of pace this weekend, so... But anyway, I'm taking good points for the championship, so I can't really complain.
Absolutely, yeah, a good chance of winning the championship, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's definitely the idea. It's a long way left still, but anything can happen, so yeah. I'll just try and keep on the podium.